Hey everybody, this is PJ Reilly from Lancaster Archery here to tell you about some updated versions of some great releases. We have the from Stanislavski, we've got the Stan Perfex Thumb and the Stan Perfex Resistance. Both of those releases are already out there. What's new is now these releases are both available in heavy metal and the long neck versions. The long neck versions I'm really excited about because if you're like me, if you got big hands, the regular versions of these releases, the hook was down in my knuckles. I couldn't get it onto the string. So what Stan has done is, with the long neck version, is just made this post longer. So now if you got big hands, this release will fit perfectly. Also, as we mentioned, these are heavy metal. What they are is they're made of brass with nickel plating over them. So brass is great for releases, target archers like that. It's just that weight in your hand. You know the release is in your hand. You know where it is. It's just great for control. Nickel plating, of course, over top of it. That's going to keep it from getting tarnished. But these are excellent releases from Stan. All the quality that you can expect from them. And there's a lot of similar features. We're going to go over those first by taking a look at the Perfex Thumb. There are a million adjustments that you can make with this release. First off, they're going to come in a small, medium, large, and extra large version. This is the extra large I have right here. In the pack, it's going to come as a 4-finger release. So it's going to have this attachment on it in the pack. You are going to get this extra hook that you can swap out, as I have done, to make it a 3-finger release. And this finger attachment, either one of them, you can make that swivel in and out so you can get it set exactly where you want it, what's comfortable for you. Obviously, bringing it forward like this is going to make the release function a little hotter or faster. Sweep it back and it's going to make the release function a little slower as you go through the shot process. So that's a great feature. Every release is going to be 3-finger or 4-finger, and actually you can take the post off altogether and now you got a 2-finger release. So lots of options there. In the pack, you're also going to get a series of 4 posts. That's this post right here. They're all different lengths, so you pick the one that works for you. It's very simple. You got 2 little Allen screws on the back there. Just pop that off and you can have whatever length post that you like. You're also going to see here I've got a thin barrel on the thumb post. It comes with a fat barrel. So whichever you prefer, if you like the fat one, put that on. If you like the thin one, you can stick with that one. So something else both these releases feature is Stan's trigger lock system, and this is a training device. You're going to notice in the thumb barrel right here, you're going to have this little device that just unscrews, and on the thumb, Perfex Thumb, there's going to be a little hole right there. You have to cock the release first. You insert the trigger lock. Now you can use this release and you can go through the entire release process, but the hook won't actually let go. So you can use this on your real bow. If you imagine this is my D-loop, I'm locked in there, and if you listen, you're going to hear it click, but the hook will not let go of the release. So if I'm practicing with my bow, I just activated the release, so I went through my shot process, but it didn't dry fire the bow. So that's a great training feature that Stan has been offering. That's the trigger lock. When you're done, you just take that out and store it right there in the thumb barrel. So as we mentioned, this is the Perfex Thumb. So it's a thumb button release. You got your set back here, and then you just depress the trigger to activate the release. It's really crisp trigger. That's what Stan's known for with their trigger releases, and this one's no different. On the back here, there's going to be 2 screws. With the thumb barrel at the bottom, your top screw is going to be for your trigger sensitivity, and then the second screw in there is going to be for your trigger travel. So you can get this set with whatever trigger properties you like. just by going with those 2 screws there. And then of course they've got locks on both sides. So once you get your setting correct, you just lock those screws and you lock your settings in place. So the Perfex thumb, another thing you're going to notice, this is a real nice feature. You're going to see a little black triangle piece in the hook. That is to make sure that your D-loop, it folds one way. Once you go to set your D-loop in, you just get it in behind there. Now it's not going to fall out. That's just a little piece in there to hold your D-loop in place, which is really nice. Of course, once you fire it, then the D-loop will come out. That is the Perfex thumb. Excellent release. Now, moving to the next release, this is the Perfex resistance. So a resistance activated release has no trigger. This is actually a safety. The way a resistance release works is you're going to have to set it specifically to your bow's holding weight. Essentially, you're going to want it so the release won't activate when you come to full draw, and then you increase the pressure. That's how you make this release go off. So if I'm drawing my bow back, I'm going to hold on to the safety here. I'm going to draw back. When I come to full draw, I let go of the safety. Now all I do is pull through the release, and that's what makes it fire. This is an excellent release for people if you're dealing with target panic. Because there is no trigger, the only thing you can do once you come to full draw is to keep pulling. Pushing with your bow arm, pulling with your release arm, that's what makes this release go off. So after it is activated, the way that you reset it is you take your safety, you push it forward, and then that locks your hook in place. Now you can draw. And again, you're going to want to hold on to that safety as you come to full draw. Now, as we mentioned, you have to set this for your bow. When you come to full draw, you want it to be set so that you just increase the pressure to activate the release. Whether you want to increase that pressure a lot or a little, that's up to you. But the way you set it, it's going to come in the package set pretty heavy, which is good because you don't want to hit yourself in the face when you're setting up this release. So the best thing to do is when you're out on the range, get real close, come to full draw with your bow. It's going to depend on your draw weight, how much let off you have. All that's unique to each archer. So you're going to have to figure out how to set this for you. So when you want to set this release to your bow, you've got your little Allen screw in there. Turning it clockwise makes the release heavier, as in it takes more pressure to activate it. Turn it counterclockwise, it takes less pressure to activate it, so it's going to be lighter. So the best thing to do is when you're out on the range, have it set real heavy, come to full draw, see how much pressure it takes to activate it, and then if you want to reduce that tension, just make quarter turns in the release as you get that to where you want it. You don't want to go too far so that when you come to full draw and you let go of the release, the string just fires, because that can happen if you set it too light. So just make tiny adjustments as you fine-tune that and get this release to activate where you want it. Once you get it, it'll be set there, and then you can comfortably shoot this the way you want it. Great for target shooting, great for practice, just an awesome release. The Perfex Resistance. Every archer should have one. I like using this for practice sessions, just so I get out of the target panic mode and I'm not anticipating my shots. This will cure you of that. So that is the Stand Perfex Resistance, the Stand Perfex Thumb. They are now both available in long neck and heavy metal versions. So you got lots of options there for these great releases from Stand. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And as always, if you have any questions, you can visit us at lancasterarchery.com.